everyone, and a very warm welcome once again to our podcast called English Paper, where we speak slowly, clearly, and in very simple English. And my name is Alex, and today I am feeling calm and happy because we are going to talk about feelings, which are very important in our daily life and also very useful when we want to speak English confidently.
Hello, Alex, and hello to all our wonderful listeners who are joining us today. My name is Emma, and I am really happy to be here with you because talking about feelings helps us understand our own hearts, and at the same time, it helps us learn easy and useful English words.
Yes, Emma, feelings are something that every human has, and even animals have feelings in their own way. And from morning until night, our feelings keep changing. Sometimes we feel good, sometimes we feel bad, and sometimes we feel something in between.
That is very true, Alex, and feelings are the simple words we use to explain how we feel inside. For example, when I say I feel happy, it means I feel good, light, and peaceful inside my heart, and I want to smile and enjoy the moment.
Happiness is a very beautiful feeling, Emma, and people feel happy for many reasons, like when they spend time with family, when they listen to music, or when they achieve a small goal in their life.
Yes, Alex, and happiness does not always come from big things. Sometimes it comes from small things, like drinking a cup of tea, watching the rain, or hearing kind words from someone we care about.
Now, Emma, let us talk about another feeling which is very common, and that feeling is sadness. Because in life, not everything goes the way we want, and sometimes we feel sad when something is missing or when something ends.
Yes, Alex, sadness is a normal feeling, and when I feel sad, I feel quiet. My energy becomes low, and I may not want to talk much, but I remind myself that sadness will not stay forever.
That is a very important point, Emma, because feelings come and go like waves in the sea, and even strong sadness slowly becomes weaker with time.
Yes, Alex, and when I feel sad, I try to talk to someone I trust, or I listen to soft music, or I write my thoughts, because sharing feelings helps us feel lighter.
Now, let us move to another strong feeling, which is anger. And anger comes when something makes us upset, uncomfortable, or unfair. And sometimes anger comes very suddenly.
Yes, Alex, when I feel angry, my body feels hot, my voice becomes loud, and my thoughts become fast. So I try to stop and take deep breaths before I speak.
That is very good, Emma, because anger itself is not bad, but how we act when we are angry is very important, and learning to control anger helps us keep good relationships.
Exactly, Alex. And when we speak calmly instead of shouting, we can explain our feelings better and avoid hurting others.
Now, Emma, let us talk about fear, which is a feeling we get when we think something bad might happen, like failing an exam, speaking English in public, or being alone in a new place.
Yes, Alex, fear makes our heart beat fast and our hands shake, but fear also tries to protect us, and when we understand our fear, it becomes easier to manage.
That is very true, Emma, and one good way to reduce fear is to face it slowly, step by step, instead of running away from it.
Yes, Alex, and when learners feel fear about speaking English, I want to tell them that making mistakes is okay, and mistakes help us learn.
Now, let us talk about excitement, which is a very positive feeling. And excitement comes when we are waiting for something good, like a trip, a celebration, or learning something new.
Yes, Alex, excitement makes us feel active, energetic, and hopeful. And when I am excited, I feel like sharing my happiness with others and talking more.
Another gentle feeling is calmness, which we feel when our mind is peaceful and our body is relaxed, like when we sit quietly or enjoy nature.
Calmness is very important, especially in a busy world, and when I feel calm, I can think clearly and speak slowly and confidently.
There is also a feeling called confusion, which happens when we do not understand something, and many English learners feel confusion at the beginning.
Yes, confusion is not a bad feeling. It means we are learning something new, and with time and practice, confusion becomes clarity.
So, dear listeners, feelings are part of our life, and learning to name our feelings in English helps us express ourselves better and connect with others.
Yes, everyone. In this part, we talked about many feelings like happiness, sadness, anger, fear, excitement, calmness, and confusion using simple English and real-life examples.
Now, we are continuing our topic by talking about emotions, but before we explain emotions, it is very important to clearly understand how feelings and emotions are different.
Yes, Alex, before we talk about emotions, let us explain the difference in a very simple way so that everyone can understand without any confusion.
So, listeners, feelings are usually simple and short, and they describe how we feel at one moment, like happy, sad, angry, or afraid, and these feelings can change quickly during the day.
Yes, Alex, but emotions are deeper and stronger, and they stay longer inside us. And emotions are often connected to our past experiences, our thoughts, and our personal stories.
For example, Emma, I can feel happy now because I am talking to you, but the emotion of love for my family stays in my heart for a long time and does not disappear quickly.
That is a very good example, Alex. And another example is that I may feel angry for a short time because of traffic, but the emotion of fear or trust comes from deeper experiences and lasts longer.
So in simple words, dear listeners, feelings are like the weather of the day, and emotions are like the climate of our life, and both are important to understand ourselves.
Yes, Alex. Now let us slowly talk about different emotions and explain them with our own simple examples so that learners can easily remember them.
Let us start with the emotion of love, which is one of the strongest emotions. And love is what we feel deeply for our parents, children, partners, friends, or even for something we enjoy doing.
Yes, Alex, love is an emotion that makes us care, support, and protect others. And for example, I feel love for my family, and even when I'm tired or busy, this emotion gives me strength.
Another deep emotion is fear. But emotional fear is different from a simple feeling of fear, because emotional fear can stay inside us for a long time, like fear of failure or fear of losing someone.
Yes, Alex. For example, I once failed an important exam, and after that, I had a strong emotion of fear about exams. And even when I studied well, that fear stayed inside me for a long time.
That is a very honest example, Emma, and many people have this kind of emotion, and understanding it helps us slowly heal and grow.
Another important emotion is trust, which means believing in someone and feeling safe with them, and trust is built slowly over time.
Yes, Emma, trust is a very powerful emotion, and when we trust someone, we feel relaxed and open. But when trust is broken, it can take a long time to rebuild.
For example, Alex, when a teacher supports and listens to students, students develop the emotion of trust, and then learning becomes easier and more enjoyable.
Now let us talk about the emotion of guilt, which many people feel. And guilt comes when we think we have done something wrong or hurt someone.
Yes, Alex, guilt is a heavy emotion, and for example, if I speak badly to someone I care about, even if the feeling of anger goes away, the emotion of guilt can stay in my heart.
That is true, Emma. And guilt can teach us to become better people, but we should not let it control us for too long.
Another deep emotion is pride, which we feel when we achieve something meaningful or when someone we love does something good.
Yes, Emma. For example, I feel pride when I see a student speak English confidently after practicing for a long time, and that pride stays with me as a positive emotion.
Now let us talk about the emotion of jealousy, which many people feel but do not like to talk about.
Yes, Emma. Jealousy is an emotion we feel when we compare ourselves with others, and we feel unhappy because someone has something we want.
For example, Alex, if I see someone succeed very quickly, I may feel jealousy, but when I understand this emotion, I can turn it into motivation.
That is a very healthy way to look at it, Emma, because emotions are not good or bad, but how we respond to them matters.
Another deep emotion is gratitude, which means feeling thankful for what we have in life.
Yes, Emma, gratitude is a beautiful emotion, and when I feel grateful for small things like health, work, and kind people, my life feels more peaceful.
Now let us talk about the emotion of shame, which is different from guilt, because shame makes us feel bad about ourselves, not just our actions.
Yes, Emma, shame is a painful emotion. And for example, when someone is laughed at for making a mistake, that shame can stay for a long time.
That is why it is very important to be kind to others, especially when they are learning or trying something new.
So, dear listeners, emotions are deep, long-lasting, and connected to our experiences, while feelings are short and change quickly.
Yes, everyone, when we understand our emotions and learn how to talk about them in English, we not only improve our language, but we also understand ourselves better.
Thank you for listening to English Paper, and we hope this episode helped you clearly understand the difference between feelings and emotions.
Thank you, everyone. Take care of your heart and mind, and remember that all emotions are part of being human. Subscribe English Paper to learn English.